Today I fucked up and discovered I had TIFU over 10 years ago. In last couple of days I was asked for copies of my wedding album following family bereavement. Bear in mind it was in '07 and separated many years since, so me being all organized thought no problem, I'll dig out the CD from storage and wedding box. I even had the rings and newspaper go me, so also I thought I can help out. Finds a laptop with disk drive and in goes the disk. Nothing. The disk is empty, not a single file is on there. In out, whirling of the laptop and nope, gone blank, it's gone horribly wrong somewhere. And my heart sinks, have I marked a blank disk all them years ago? Deep searching in emails, old school social media and nothing, no pictures to this point in time, it's like it never happened. I have one last person on the hunt but may take some days, will update if I ever find them. Too long didn't read. I found out today a CD I marked as my wedding pics from 2007 is blank. Edit, update. Thank you kind person for my first ever award, thank you all for tips. There is definitely files on there. An old laptop with Windows 7 has picked them up and they are DAT files. So far changing to the usual, Peg isn't working but Amph is giving me shots of the image. So I'm guessing there is hope 3. Edit, thank you for my first gold 3. CDs can last 30 plus years when stored properly. 70-ish temps and a low moisture/humidity controlled environment help immensely. Also they should always be stored on edge and not flat. When you say on edge, you mean perpendicular. Is there a reason for this? I'm really interested, maybe I've been storaging completely wrong. Plot twist, there was no wedding. Plot twist, he was dead the entire time. Keep in mind that there are a number of different file systems that could have been written to the disk, and if your current laptop doesn't support the file system you used, for example, you wrote an HFS Plus volume using an older Mac, and are trying to read it on a Win 10 laptop now, the disk will likely show up as blank. If I were you, I'd confirm with the tech that there is, in fact, no file system written to the disk at all, regardless of the OS you're using. There's a tool included that will show any volumes written to disk and what file system they are, and from there you can go about pulling the data off. This is now quite possible. I've dragged out an old laptop running Windows 7 and there is indeed files on the CD, however they are now .dat me now exploring Google in lessons converting to JPEGs in hope. Dude, a CD is lucky as all hell to make it 10 years before deteriorating. 5 is a reasonable limit for anything important. You can stretch it if you keep it in a low humidity climate controlled environment, but they are very much not viable long-term storage. Sorry, sad face. Unfortunately I never knew this, but lesson learned now. Hopefully we can find hard copy in a loft. I am sorry for your loss. Try putting it in a DVD player though. You never know. Oh wow, this is a brilliant idea. When I find one I shall try. Even the PS4 can have a chance. Today I fucked up by kidnapping someone's outside cat that I thought was loose. So today, I was walking my dog, and I saw a cat. Thought this was odd since there is only one outside cat in my neighborhood. All the rest had gotten eaten by coyotes, since we live next door to a green belt. So I figured this was someone's cat that got loose. I was wrong. So I carried this kitten home about a block, and called the vet to see if I could bring her in to see if she had a microchip. While I was doing that, my brother was knocking on doors to see if any neighbors knew who she belonged to. As I was about ready to leave, my brother comes back and tells me that this cat was an outside cat of some new neighbors, and I had basically kidnapped her. FML. So I brought her home and introduced myself. The new neighbors were really nice and thought it was hilarious. TL drive, I accidentally kidnapped my new neighbor's outside cat who I thought had escaped. Edit, normally I do not go around picking up strange cats. However, I live in a very residential area and I know exactly who's inside and outside cats. I walk my dog every day, so I know my neighbors very well. That's why I assumed it was a cat that got loose. I saw a dog loose the other day and did nothing about it, and I'm still haunted by it. Oh, I think its owner was close by somewhere and it would have just fucked things up for it, but sheesh. I've seen many dogs loose and I've tried to help them all. It has never worked out, they all ran from me. It makes me so sad because I was just trying to love them and help them find their home. Something could easily happen to them. This isn't really a today I fucked up. You tried to do something nice, but it wasn't really necessary, and no one was hurt or offended. If it's outside, it's a free cat. As a vet tech, I accidentally took an owned cat to work to new to him. I had no idea he belonged to anyone. He had been spraying my car with pee for a few days, so I grabbed him up and took him to work to neuter and vaccinate him. I kept him on my porch for a couple days to recover. The next evening I hear a woman walk around our street asking if anyone had seen her tabby cat. I went out and confirmed that he was indeed her cat. She was so happy to find him safe and alive. She was crying tears of relief. Luckily she thanked me for neutering him. She wasn't able to afford it. In the end it was the responsible thing to do, and my car doesn't smell like piss. I hope you let the new neighbors know that you have a serious coyote problem. Oh, I did. They said they won't be letting her out at night now. Today I fucked up by telling someone in traffic they have a gorgeous dog. This just happened today. For my job, pest control, I drive all over the city to different counties and areas, so I'm on the road a lot. Typically whenever I see a dog in a car I don't comment or say anything. Of course the first time I go out of my comfort zone and make a comment I completely screw up. This older gentleman was driving by and I took a peek in his car and I saw this bow today I fucked up a brown dog with a dark brown top coat and a light tan undercoat sitting next to him in the passenger seat. I thought it was so unique to see a dog of that color with that shiny of a coat. Long story short, we pull up together at the same light and his window was down. Now before I go any further, he was to my right so I couldn't see in the car fully. This is where my mistake was made. I leaned over and I said, "Sir, you have a gorgeous dog." His face instantly went into WTF. In a confused state he said, "What?" So I pointed over and said, "Your dog. It's Bo, today I fucked up." To my fucking absolute surprise, a grown woman with the worst haircut I've ever seen leans into view and my heart sinks. I knew I had fucked up. Luckily I was in a turning lane and able to make my escape with haste. I was so ashamed of myself, and my defense, this lady's haircut did make her look like a dog, and her hair color completely matched the color of her shirt. I have no idea how in the world I saw a dog the first time. It's been at least 4 hours and I'm still waiting on a phone call from my office asking if I called somebody a dog today. Too long didn't read. I confused a woman with a dog. Now that's an FU if I've ever heard one. If we don't give awards for the biggest FU, we should. This had me chuckling so hard I called my husband over to read it and share in my joy. While I'm on the shitter, smiley face, smiley face. Now don't let this deter you from complimenting Bo today I fucked up dogs in the future. There are two things that I believe could have resulted from this. 1. Guy is furious that you called his wife a dog. 2. Guy turns to his wife and says, "See, I told you to get a new hairstylist." Or, "Told you you were Bo today I fucked up, bitch." Saw this Bo today I fucked up a brown dog with a dark brown top coat and a light tan undercoat sitting next to him in the passenger seat. Me reading this, oh no he didn't. Story delivered to Lamau. Haven't laughed this hard in a long time. Thank you for sharing up.